Now let's shift our focus to West Asia, to the situation in Gaza. The ceasefire in Gaza is on the verge of collapse. Yesterday, Hamas decided to delay the release of Israeli hostages. It said that Israel was violating the terms of the ceasefire by killing Palestinians and withholding aid. Israel responded by saying that Hamas was violating the ceasefire by delaying the release of hostages. Israel has ordered its military to prepare for, and I'm quoting, any possible scenario in Gaza. It's already a powder keg. One wrong move could set off another round of fighting, and this is when US President Donald Trump decided to wade in. He said Hamas should release all the remaining Israeli hostages by midday Saturday, or Israel should cancel the ceasefire, and I'm quoting again, let hell break out. Our next report has the details.
It hasn't even been a month since the Gaza ceasefire came into effect. But it's already on the verge of crumbling. Yesterday, Hamas said it would delay the release of the next batch of Israeli hostages. The spokesperson for Hamas's armed wing made the statement. He said that the captives will remain in place until the occupying entity complies with past obligations and compensates retroactively. Hamas still holds dozens of Israeli hostages, people that it captured on October 7, 2023. It has released 21 Israelis so far, since the truce came into effect on January 19th. Hamas was scheduled to release 3 more this Saturday, but the group said it is delaying their release because of Israeli violations of the truce deal. A number of Palestinians have been killed even after the ceasefire came into effect. Reports say that a child was shot dead just yesterday. There have been multiple incidents of Israeli forces still killing Gazans sporadically. Hamas also says that Israel is slowing down the humanitarian aid that is meant to enter Gaza. The group is using this as a justification to delay the release of the 3 hostages on Saturday. But they reportedly said that the door remains open. They will go ahead with the release of the 3 hostages if Israel complies with its obligations under the ceasefire deal. Israel, on the other hand, has called Hamas's delay an outright violation of the ceasefire. Their defense minister, Israel Katz, has mobilized the military. He has put the IDF on the highest level of alert and told them to prepare for any possible scenario. It's a tense situation. The hostage release is at risk. More Palestinian lives are also on the line. At this delicate juncture, the cooler heads need to prevail. However, US President Donald Trump seems to have had enough. He's tired of waiting.
Well, I would say this, and I'm going to let that be because that's Israel's decision, but as far as I'm concerned, if all of the hostages aren't returned by Saturday at 12 o'clock, I think it's an appropriate time. I would say cancel it and all bets are off and let hell break out. I'd say they ought to be returned by 12 o'clock on Saturday, and if they're not returned, all of them, not in drips and drabs, not 2 and 1 and 3 and 4 and 2. Saturday at 12 o'clock, and after that, I would say all hell is going to break out.
It looks like Trump is urging Israel to issue an ultimatum. He says that they shouldn't wait around anymore. They shouldn't accept the hostage release in batches. Trump wants Israel to demand the release of all the hostages at once, or let hell break out. Trump was quick to clarify that this was his personal opinion, not Israel's stance.
I'm speaking for myself. Israel can override it, but from myself, Saturday at 12 o'clock, and if they're not here, all hell is going to break out.
What happens when it hits 12 noon on Saturday? What happens to any hostages still in Gaza? Will they be sacrificed just to teach Hamas a lesson? It hasn't even been a month since the truce came about. The guns still haven't fallen silent completely. Are Trump and Israel really willing to go back so soon? Or should more time be given for diplomacy to prevail?
We're calling the show Vantage. We hope you like what we put together for you. Touted as the minimum defense from that video. India's neighbors were the first to send the special edition of Vantage live from the White House throughout this week. Yes, Hindu Mandir, we're on our way to Tel Aviv. Pretty measure, but it's also the perfect way to drive.
I don't think that
Prime Minister of Bhutan, Sherin Tagwe. Welcome to
60% of the world's
office. Prime Minister Modi did the iron.
we were actually
How are you doing? How do you like? It's been 1 year since that meeting. Iron bars separate you from the outside. Out the vote efforts. Trump had, it says, and at $4.3 trillion. 4.3 300 billion by 2030. That's what we need to tackle climate change.